Bioware, explain this to me. How do you plan on nerfing the most overpowered weapon in the game? Me. No, I'm just fucking around. I'm not the best player in the world at Mass Effect 3 co-op, I know that. I was the best player in the world at Resistance 2 co-op, though. You know, it's funny because I've seen a couple of videos of people bragging about being the best ever player in the world in the Mass Effect 3 co-op, or the best player on YouTube, and I'm sitting here like, really? You're bragging about a co-op game in which people share points at the end of the fucking round. I'm like, you know, whatever. These are the same kids proud they haven't cracked their helmet this year exiting the short bus. But that's a topic for another day. Because today, I need to yell at Bioware for a minute for some of the bullshit that's been going on lately. Oh yeah, what did you think? They would get a pass from a rant from me? Oh, hell fucking no, man. I don't give a shit how addicting their co-op game is. They're not immune to a good verbal ass kicking from me. But first, I want to say this before people get this shit all twisted and whatnot. So far, they've given us 2 free DLC packs since the game was released. Now, I'll say that again in case someone from Activision accidentally heard me wrong. 2 free DLC packs. Not a single penny from a gamer's pocket was spent to get new content. Both packs came with some great shit too. It's not like they just gave like a fucking skin or some shit like that. They gave 6 new characters in each pack. That's 12 people total for those who ran out of fingers to count on. That's 3 guns in each pack, 2 maps, and a fucking partridge in a pear tree. Whatever the fuck you want to say. Now, compare that to the Call of Money. Call of Money had us prepaying 9 months worth of DLC. Meanwhile, the PC and PS3 players have to wait over a fucking month for that shit. Yet, the game was so fucked that people like me won't even play that shit, even though I already paid for the motherfucker. Now, keep that in mind when I start yelling at Bioware, because they did shit right when it comes to keeping the community happy with DLC content. It keeps the game interesting, but they could have easily charged, what, 10, 12 bucks for the shit that we got in the past few months? So I'm telling you right now, as much as I'm gonna rant, Bioware, you definitely got the DLC part right. Now, I can't really compare Bioware to the companies that made Call of Duty, because obviously it's 2 completely different games. You know, in one game I'm trying to save the galaxy, in the other game I'm trying to save my ass. But Bioware runs into the same damn problem that Infinity Ward and Treyarch both run into. They cave in to whiny ass kids' demands for the fucking game because they're terrible at this shit. Now, each week, every Tuesday, believe it or not, they try to balance the multiplayer. And I'm not lying about that shit. They have a thread over on their forum with all the changes. Every Tuesday, they're either going to buff shit or they're going to nerf shit, depending on how people are using it, depending on what people complain on. Now, I like that. I'm all for balancing the game. However, they base their information on fucking morons. I mean, every damn day, some kid whines about what's wrong with the game, what's wrong with this weapon, what's wrong with that weapon, what's wrong with this enemy, that power. It's, oh, shut the fuck up and stick it up your ass sideways, motherfucker. I mean, the shit is, the game is fucking fine. At the end of the day, we all share XP. That's right, we all share it. That's the way it works. It's not like competitive multiplayer where you keep what you kill. You know, if you get 25 kills in a multiplayer, you keep your 25 kills a point. Somebody only gets 10, they only keep 10. In other co-op games, if I get 100 points, you get 50 points. At the end of the day, I have 100 points, you have 50 points. That's the way it works. However, in this game, if I get 100 points, you get 50, and 2 morons get 25, we don't split the pot and say, okay, here's 50 points each, or here's my 100, here's your 50. No. We all get a cumulative 200 points. We earn that shit as a team. 200 for you, 200 for me, 200 for cocksucker over there, 200 for asshole sitting on his fucking hands that didn't do shit. That's how it fucking works. Now, honestly, I really don't give a fuck if people outscore me. Hell, by all means, I would love for someone to outscore me, because that means they're a really good player that I got to play with, or they were trying hard. My buddy Hatred, he beats me 99% of the time in points because he works for that shit, man. He gets 100,000 fucking points. Cool. That means I got 100,000 points. He just earned me all that shit, man. Now, the reality is he doesn't promote his characters and he always uses overpowered weapons. But don't tell him I said that. Hatred's gonna be like, fuck you, man. I don't do that shit. No, but like I said, Hatred knows how to kick ass in this game. So once he's on my team, I know I don't have to worry about too much shit. He's gonna outscore me and I'm gonna get all his fucking points. But here's the thing. With the latest DLC package they just ran, there are 2 weapons that kids cunt raged over for no damn reason. The clips that you've been seeing in the background, obviously you're not seeing a full game, you're seeing a whole bunch of mismatched clips and shit like that. They're part of the new package of the shit that we just got like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, whatever the fuck, I don't remember the exact date of the shit. Now, one of the weapons is a Rieger shotgun, which is basically a blue flamethrower. You guys been seeing that shit all fucking clips long and shit like that. The other one is a noob tube launcher that they classified as a sniper rifle called the Chrysay or Kiersay or Chrysay. I don't fucking know. They didn't exactly give us an enunciation guide on the motherfucker, so I'm gonna call it the Chrysay. If you call it something different, good for you. Head to the nearest bodega and pick up your cookie. Anyways, the Rieger is a goddamn monster up close. It doesn't have any distance at all, but up close, it burns the shit out of virtually anything. So you want to use it on a class that's tougher than a porn star's clit. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Oh man, you know, YouTube's gonna start rating my videos adult only one day. But you know what? Until then, fuck that shit. I know one day everyone's gonna be like, I'm gonna lose like half my subscribers. It's gonna say, you know what? 18 years and older only. They're gonna get like the fucking adults only shit. Everyone's gonna have to create second accounts saying they're 18 years old or whatever. Anyway, the Rieger has no range at all. On a large map, you have to run around, you have to get close, you're gonna take a lot of deaths in return because chances are you're gonna need to get right up on a motherfucker, shoot him, and something else is gonna pop you in the ass. So what you wanna do is you wanna use it for a Vorcha class, you wanna use it for a Vanguard, for shits and giggles and whatnot, maybe a Krogan and shit like that. But the Vorcha is great to work with. I mean, the Vorcha has like a flamethrower suit, so you can have like blue and red flames and shit. Oh man, that shit is fucking fun as hell. However, kids complained and it received a very small nerf. Thankfully, because it really wasn't that big of a nerf, the gun doesn't have that many problems. It's relatively balanced since you have to get close. It has no fucking distance whatsoever. However, you do have to risk taking a death to be able to get that fucking close. But anyway, they did nerf it, not too much, so it's not that bad of a gun right now. The Chrysler, on the other hand, that shit was destined for a nerf. And first of all, the shit is not a sniper rifle. It's a fucking modified noob tube, let's be honest, man. You get 3 shots per clip, which did pretty heavy damage on their own, each fucking shot. But the real issue that the gun has is splash damage. How the fuck do you give a sniper rifle splash damage? Think about that shit. Of all the fucking things, this promotes kids not to be accurate with their shot. Hell, people run around with this shit like a shotgun. It's fucking ridiculous. So naturally, Bioware nerfed that shit. I don't think that was any goddamn surprise. But however, all they did was nerf the damage. They didn't nerf the splash damage that the shit does. Now, the thing is, this gives people incentive not to be accurate. I mean, look at me. I'm not accurate. I'm a horrible fucking sniper. But when I was using this shit, I was killing shit like crazy, man. What they should have done was make it so that the gun only does splash damage when you hit a target. No more firing that shit into an area and hoping bitches blow up and whatnot. You actually have to hit a target to be able to get an explosion up in this motherfucker. I'll tell you now, with this gun, I go off. Before they patched this shit, I was scoring 100,000 points every game easily. I mean, because I'm pretty decent. I'm not horribly inaccurate, but I can land a good couple shots. But this motherfucker, you don't need to be close. I mean, it's like a grenade. And you guys see me, anything with explosives, I will fuck shit up. So you give me a sniper rifle with explosives, oh my lord, man. I tore ass up in this motherfucker. So right there, show that it was overpowered. But the problem is, I'm overpowered. I mean, shit, I was beating Hatred in points. That gives you an idea. Hatred, who's the rank 20, I was beating him at like level 12, 13 or whatever shit with that fucking gun. That shit was crazy. So yes, it deserved a little bit of a nerfing. But the thing is, any weapon in the hands of a decent player is gonna be a deadly fucking weapon. I mean, I could kill somebody with a bucket of fluff in this fucking game. It doesn't fucking matter to me. But you put a fucking great weapon in the hands of a moron, and the moron then beats everybody, they're like, hey, wait a second. Something's wrong with that shit. And you know what, man? Bad kids use fucking overpowered weapons in the game as is. There are a couple. Don't get me wrong. There are a couple guns in this game that really do need a couple nerfing on their own before they use that shit. So what was happening was, somebody was using a brand new gun, and people were like, hey, wait a second. He beat me. It has to be overpowered. It's like, are you fucking serious, man? Give me a fucking break. Other than you don't notice the guy who's sniping one shot, killing 4 people? That's, I mean, come on, man. This was some serious bullshit. As soon as kids saw crap like that, they were like, oh, it's overpowered. You have to get rid of it. It's so terrible. I can't beat people who use this. Oh, God, shut the fuck up, man. Do you guys not realize what you just did when you asked them to nerf this? Considering the number of idiots this game has, I mean, you've seen me post up a couple videos by now. How many times do I have to carry scrubs to victory? I don't mind giving them a strong gun. I don't mind a random having a decent gun if it's going to keep their dumbasses alive, because after all, we get the same points at the end of the game. I mean, really, do you find it fucking fair that I score 100,000 points, like practically whipping people across the map, yet some fucktard spends 8 of 10 rounds dead and he gets the same points as me? Come on, man, give them something overpowered. I don't give a shit. Let them take it. I mean, yeah, I could take it every fucking round, but I use different guns. I use different setups. I don't have to stay with the same gun. I can outscore anybody with any gun if you give me enough of an opportunity. But this fucking gun, man, it's crazy. Give it to a noob. Fuck it. You know what? If a great player ends up using it, I don't give a shit. Let him score 150,000 points. I get those points. So all this complaining about, oh, you have to nerf it because these people are beating me and score. Shut the fuck up. You get the same points at the end of the fucking game. If you were getting 75,000 before and you're getting 50,000 now, it doesn't fucking matter, because at the end of the game, you're getting 175,000. 250, 300, 400, whatever the fuck you're playing, bronze, silver, gold, we all get the same fucking points. I like a balanced MP any day. But even with a shitty gun, I'm gonna hold my fucking own. Putting a powerful weapon in the hands of the jackass, it doesn't change the fact that he's a jackass. I mean, it's just gonna give more points to me, and that's all I really give a shit about. But in all honesty, you know what people should have been complaining about? They should have been complaining about the fucking characters we received in these packs, not the fucking guns. I mean, like I said, I love the shit that we got in these packs, but the characters they created were just outright fucking lazy, man. I'm guessing Bioware was either been rushed on this project or they ran out of creative ideas, because I have some serious issues with the 6 new classes we received. First of all, of the 6 new characters, you get 3 races, and each race has 2 classes, whatever. And that pretty much follows the whole order of the game. Like, you get 2 drill characters, you get 2 Turians, 2 Geth, 2 Batarian, whatever. However, the characters of the same species, at most, share 1 power. At most. So, for example, if I select the Drell, they share Pull. If I select Geth, they all share Hunter mode. Or the female Quarian, Turian, they don't share shit. But, anyway, these new characters all share 2 powers, which basically makes them feel the goddamn same. The Vorcha Soldier and Sentinel, basically the same fucking character. Their 2 shared powers are their 2 best powers. They play fucking identical. So I have no reason to rank them up any fucking differently. It's fucking ridiculous. The new Quarian male is all fucked up. First of all, the engineer has no turret. What the fuck? That's like telling Lindsay Lohan, go to a party, but you can't bring a kilo of cocaine to snort. There's just certain things that go together. You know what I'm talking about? No. Instead, they give the engineer this new grenade. It's a badass grenade, don't get me wrong, but it's a grenade nonetheless. Fact is, that engineer plays like a soldier or a sentinel. It doesn't play like an engineer at all. He needs a turret. So Bioware, if you're gonna fix something, give the motherfucker a turret. Take away that arc grenade, as great as that shit is, because that shit gets me a ton of kill streaks. Give him a fucking turret so he makes him feel like a damn engineer. The infiltrator class, perfectly fine, I have nothing wrong with that. But the engineer needs to be fixed. Fuck the guns. Fix the engineer. Then the third character we get is this motherfucker straight out of a goddamn Rihanna video with whips and chains that excite me and shit. First of all, listen, those S&M whips look cool as shit, but he's a fucking human. I mean, what kind of cop-out is that bullshit? Why are you giving us another human? Give me an alien, damn it. You already copped out by giving us a male Quarian in this pack. We had the female one who had the jiggly ass. That shit was nice. You ever see her move side to side? Her ass jiggling and shit like that. That's another story. So what the fuck is this ex-Cerberus Phoenix bullshit? No, I know the problem they ran into. The fact is, in the main storyline, they ran out of alien races. So the fact is, if they want to actually add new characters and new aliens, they have to add them into sort of the single player and the campaign, because they ran out of fucking aliens. But this shit is a total fucking cop-out. As far as the character, he totally sucks ass. The Vanguard is terrible. The only follow-up power he has is his big-ass melee whip and shit that you guys been seeing. His 2 shared powers are Lash and Smash, which sounds like a fucking Disney cartoon and shit. Think about it, man. Don't it sound like, tune in next week for the adventures of Lash and Smash? What the fuck is that, man? First of all, it takes each power a long-ass time to be used and get back in cover. I mean, I have enough time to go make a sandwich and take a shit by the time the things actually wind up and be used. The wind-up is way too fucking long on Lash. Smash is an ass-kicker of a power, but again, way too long, and you could get surrounded real fucking quick because you have to get up on people, man. I mean, I don't know what Bioware was thinking with the power setup to these characters, but they're disappointing as shit. And listening to the brain dead retards complain because they're not finishing because of a gun is bullshit, man. You know, if that was the case, the Carnifex, the Get Shotgun, and the Valiant would have all been nerfed by now. So stop, please. The Bioware, stop listening to the goddamn 12-year-olds who make Corky from the Wonder Years look like a genius, man. Fix the fucking characters. Then you could go work on all the trivial shit, man. Fix the bullshit in the game. I mean, I know people are gonna say, well, there's the lag, the disconnect, all that shit's gotta get fixed. Their server absolutely has to get fucking fixed, because it takes you like 10 minutes to get into a fucking game now. First of all, when I accept an invite from my friends, why do I have to go through 5 fucking loading screens? 5 loading screens. It goes all, I'm in multiplayer, it goes all the way out to the main screen to check for downloadable content, then it throws me into the fucking game to ask me to pick a character again. What the fuck? Fix that. Don't worry about a fucking gun. Fix the game. Don't worry about this bullshit, man. Don't pay attention to the 12-year-olds and what they want. Pay attention to the adults who know how to play this game who are saying, listen, I'm getting pretty pissed off waiting for some of this stupid shit, man. Anyway, man, this reign is over. Bioware, I love you, but you fucked up. And this ain't no small, oops, I stuck it in the wrong hole by accident kind of fuck up. You know, this is one of those duct taping a chick and gagging her so she can't scream for her life kind of mistakes. It's that kind of major fuck up, man. So get your shit straight, and start listening to the normal, insane people like me. Alright, man, I'm out this bitch. Anyways, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit, and I'll see you guys in my next rant video.